Good evening, everyone. This is Andrea Alexander with I Remember
Erin Barrows.
and last time we were with you, we talked about sacred body language translation and what it is. And so this evening, we're choosing to actually show you a little bit more of what a coaching session looks like. And I've chosen to be the guinea pig. And so Erin's going to coach me through a signal that we actually both have back and forth. Erin and I have been playing together for about 3 years now, and we have a lot of very parallel things in our lives. And it's one of the reasons we enjoy playing together so much. And so, as Erin coaches, she may stop and bring something to your attention. For example, one of the tools that we use is conscious language, and in conscious language, the words that we use in our day in and day out speech are a signal for what's acting along with whatever is going on in our bodies. And so if something like that comes up, she's going to point it out to you. And it's always kind of funny, haha, because we do a lot of self-coaching, and often awareness is so close in our faces that we don't see it ourselves. I'm sure you have at some time in your life been with close friends and you can see what's going on and they are just completely unaware. And so sometimes, like I said, it's so close that we don't see it. And so Erin and I are going to do a signal with you this evening. And I choose to be really open and forward and raw with where I am and what's going on. So I have it's my left hand, between my middle finger and my ring finger, I have a rash that comes and goes and is reoccurring, and it's incredibly itchy. And I also happen to have some bites on my little finger. I have a bite. I have something else on my right hand that I scratched myself, or something with the cat, and then something else bit me on my right wrist on the underside.
Okay. All right, so just say the words. I come and go.
I come and go.
How do you feel about coming and going?
I I I don't like when other people come and go. And I'm experiencing a lot of heavy in my chest, and I'm feeling sadness.
Okay, so take a deep breath in. And stay, and we're going to slow down to meet our feeling world. So just repeat the words, I feel.
I feel.
And say that again until you truly land and embody in what you're saying, until you really mean it.
I feel. I feel. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
And are you experiencing your feelings coming and going?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And when you experience people in your life coming and going, has that been fun and easy for you?
No.
Yeah. So we'll have a signal in our body, and our body is our feeling world, our subconscious. And what happens for us in life is that will keep creating experiences to remind us of what we're actually here to love and do, and flip burden to blessing, greatest weakness, greatest strength. And so as I'm asking Andrea these questions, as a coach, we require slowing down and being with someone's feeling world. And we'll get really good at saying our story, like I got this and I got that and I got this and I got that and I got this and I got that. And then we'll be required to slow down and feel our way through anything that is seemingly massive in our life. So, Andrea, say, I feel.
I feel.
And say it till you land in it again.
I feel. I feel. I feel. I feel. I feel.
So if we have a rash on our fingers, a rash will be aggravation, irritation, something we're not loving feeling, because rash is on the skin, and our skin is a signal of feeling. And I believe I already asked you this, Andrea, did you love the experience of people coming and going in your life?
No.
And you said no. And so a rash on our finger, it's our feeling world saying, I don't love something. So coming and going. And so what's really acting here is, do you love when you come in, when you're in and out of your feeling world?
No.
Yeah. And so until we can love that in us, then we can transform our experience with others. Because we're really here for ourselves, and we're here to see what's happening on our outer as a mirror of what's really going on in us. So, can you love your feeling, all of your feelings, even the itchy rash, cat scratches,
The bug bites. Yes.
Yes. And is it okay that it's uncomfortable sometimes to feel?
Yes.
Yes. And is there a blessing in uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah. And if we've gotten so good at making things right or wrong or good or bad, and to hear that there's a blessing in a rash or a discomfort, that's like, oh, that's a blessing? Oh, okay. And Andrea, is it important to you that your feeling world is heard?
Yes.
And by who first?
Me.
Yeah. And so is it okay that you're heard in your feeling world?
Yes.
So I hear me in my feeling world.
I hear me in my feeling world.
Mm-hmm. And if you've got a pattern of coming and going, then what's returning or what's really true?
I embody my feeling.
And if you've had coming and going, what's the return of coming and going?
Stay.
Yeah.
I stay in my body and I feel.
Yeah. And can you love anything that comes up?
Yes.
And you staying in your body and loving what you feel no matter what happens with your experience of people coming and going?
I feel secure.
Mm-hmm. And what do the people that come and go, what do they get to resurrect and do, since you're doing it in you?
Their own vigilant stay.
Mm-hmm. And that amount of love that you have with people Staying is that more than enough love to have just people completely stay
Yes.
in your life.
Yes.
And what does that do to the illusion of coming and going?
Makes it fun. We come and go. It's easy.
Yeah, yeah. It's that holding on and attaching to something that's no longer serving us. So yeah, I know. Growing up thinking that someone's going to stay this certain way forever, it's such a codependent attachment. It's yeah, but it was a secure feeling in the past. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And the experience has been that I've had a lot of leaving, not just me, but people and love and family and friends and
Yeah. And if we experience a lot of leaving, we're here for massive stay,
hey,
massive feeling in our stay. That's a beautiful partnership, feeling and staying. And our feeling, our hands or our fingers are on our hands. So it's how we're handling what's up for us in our lives. I love signals that are on hands, just rashes, feeling world. It's so pure. Fingers are so pure. There's so many words coming through. I was like, oh, what's the word? So pure. And when we have something going on, our body signals in our body, I love remembering that that's how precious we are to our own life, and in our own life and in ourselves is we'll have body signals for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our life, we'll always have body signals because we'll
yes.
always have something moving and grooving inside of us. And so how many times are you willing to say and decree, I stay in my feeling? How many times are you willing to give that to you?
As many times as it takes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And our decrees are how we keep honoring our energy in us and moving our energy in us. And it's how we move our power, reclaim our power. Our words are light. Our words are love. Our words are, I already said power. Our words are direct. And remembering how we author our words. And Andrea is really good at authoring. We author our words can either support our power or bring up a body signal for sure. Blessings. That's I restore my blessings, everyone. So what are you getting from your specific messaging in yourself?
That I have been coming and going in from my feeling world and allowing other things that are coming up that I require handling to take me out. And making up that it's irritating to have to take care of and or handle things that are not my highest choice. And my choice is I stay and I handle all my feelings.
Yeah.
And I choose to speak into when we talk about staying. And this is when we are truly in our bodies, we can feel ourselves connected to the greatness of who we are, the greatness of our higher power, by whatever name you shall call it. And a lot of times, the majority of the planet lives in fight or flight, which is fear, because we've had drama, we've had trauma, we've had chaos, we've had loss, and all these other things that have massive feeling around them that we have suppressed into our bodies. And instead of feeling, what we do is we leave. We might get hot, we might get cold, we might get the shakes, we might get up and go get find something to do instead. We might flip on the TV, turn on the radio, anything that takes us away from what we're doing in a feeling is us leaving, is leaving ourselves. And what beautiful signals to know that it's time to come home in our own bodies and to stay. And the greatest, most powerful tool that we have to remember how to stay is when anything comes up, irritation, agitation, fear, anger, is we just stop and say, I stay. And we take a deep breath. Because breath is an interrupter of fear. And so remembering to stay for what we are experiencing puts our awareness in a new place, because the majority of what we experience and feeling is it just desires to be heard. It desires to be expressed. We say authoring, and authoring is just saying it out loud, and making a choice.
There's great power in calling something by its name.
Yes.
As I've experienced receiving my own coaching. Yeah. Call it by its name and you have power over it. I remember running from having to even say what was up or how I felt, or in that general area, just terrified me to have it, just to say that I was sad. Or I remember running from all of that in the beginning.
We were all taught that feeling, whatever it was just, it wasn't good. You weren't supposed to get mad, or you don't be sad, just buckle up, shuffle through.
Well, I didn't know what to do with all of it. It was a lot of feeling.
I ate. Shoved it down.
I cried all the time.
So
yeah,
this is just a taste of what body signals are and the kinds of things that Erin and I do. And as you have sit and watch and listen, you may experience emotion come up for yourself and say, thank goodness, because so the way we're all energy, and quantum physics explains that we're all interconnected, we're all photons moving around, and everything comes and goes out of each and every single one of us. And so whatever I do, Erin receives as well. And what I do and Erin does, Erin does, our families receive this. And if you're listening, you may have experienced something too. And so blessings. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to hearing from you again soon. Anything else, Erin?
No. That's it. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you. Good night.
Night.